This is LOA Recon with Good Vibe Coach Jeanette Ma, where we explore the ins and outs of conscious creation to manifest our favorite dreams come true. Let's have some fun together. Welcome and thank you for joining me for another episode. I've been reminding myself something lately that I thought maybe some others might benefit from this reminder too, and that's that I'm doing this for fun. Sometimes when I notice I'm doing something that's gotten difficult, like, taking care of the animals or nurturing a friendship or running a business, it can be easy to turn the thing that was a joy, that was my most favorite thing, into a slog when I let those gremlin thoughts creep in and ruin the party. I did this twice just today when I noticed I was treating the thing I was doing like it was an imposition or a chore. I was treating it like it was a thing I wouldn't otherwise do if I didn't have to. And I'm not even talking about filing taxes or scrubbing toilets. I'm talking about easy, enjoyable things like brushing Winston or reading a book for book club. Or I felt it last night when I turned yoga before bed into a should. So I just noticed that sometimes I'm doing this thing as if I weren't the one who picked it, as if I hadn't chosen it for myself. And when I do that, it gets this have to sort of begrudging energy in it. Sometimes I can feel the weight, like some sort of stress or pressures involved with it, which is ridiculous because there isn't anything that I have to do, and I only do what I want to do. I mean, most of the time, I'm pretty well trained. I've got a good discipline, and yes, I think in our culture it does require discipline to not do anything that isn't our idea of a good time. I know that to do anything other than what I feel like, that's like paddling upstream when everything that I want is downstream, to use an Abraham analogy. So to do something that I don't feel like doing, that's to ignore the guidance within that's saying this way do dreams come true. Bashar says just follow your highest excitement to whatever extent you can. That's all we ever need to do to live our best lives. When we just do that routine over and over as our whole life, not just on our birthday or on weekends or for summer vacation, as our whole day in, day out life. I believe in the wisdom of that, and I'm really good at practicing it. So it was surprising me to be treating some of these things like someone imposed them on me. I picked them, and I picked them for the fun of it. When I noticed that again this morning, that I was treating something like a have to, I think it was, I was houseproofing. Charlie came over, he let himself in again. There are just some things that make it an easier visit, like put up the cat food so he doesn't eat it because he will eat everything he has access to. And there are some cats he is not very good to, so giving cats a safe spot. Anyway, I noticed as I was doing these things, houseproofing for a visit with Charlie, I wasn't doing it with love. I was doing it with irritation. Like this was a thing to do so I could get back to the thing that I was supposed to be doing, which I'd brought stress and pressure to that too, which was sending out a note to my client list. And it just felt like this have to energy had invaded my day. And that's when I remembered, girl, you do all this for fun. This is your idea of a good time. Sharing ideas with your fellow creators. Sending out love notes to your people, this was my dream back in the day when none of my coworkers would talk about law of attraction with me. And having Charlie over for a visit, that's been on my favorite things board almost every time I've made one. Surprise visits from Charlie has been there. I just think it's hilarious that he lets himself in. I also think it's a giant compliment. And here I was treating it like it was an irritation. That's when I realized I'm spoiling my own good time here. The things that I love most, I'm ruining it. And I, of all people, know that if I can't find the fun in it, I should be doing something else that is fun because anything that I'm not enjoying is pointless. There's literally no point. Well, other than the contrast, and I've had plenty of that already. I don't know about you, but I've had my share. So there's no need for me to do anything that is not my idea of a good time. If this thing that I'm doing isn't my most preferred thing, then a smart girl would either change her mind about it and let it be fun again, or go do something else that's easier to enjoy, because it never serves me to be flowing vibrations of resentment or stress or irritation or have to or anything that isn't delightful or enjoyable or preferable. At least get some relief out of it. right? And all of that, the way that I feel, is dictated by the story I tell about doing it. I know it's not the thing in and of itself. It's the story I tell about doing it, because I can spoil the most amazing thing. I could spoil a great sexual encounter by bringing the wrong thoughts to the party. And I also know how to turn tax time into a delight based on what I'm thinking about it. So I know it's not the thing, it's my thoughts about the thing. So here I was this morning hearing myself grumbling about Charlie coming over, and so I got to go do this, that, and the other, which wasn't what I was supposed to be doing this morning. And I heard myself complaining about the things that I love because I'd temporarily lost sight of that love. This doesn't just happen when Charlie pops over or when I'm sending out notes to clients. It can be anything. It can be gardening. It could be shopping for gifts. It could be socializing kittens. Oh, it could be finding a place for the new plant I came home with. So when I notice I'm doing this thing, whatever it is, with pressure or resentment or impatience or irritation, I've just been reminding myself, girl, you're doing this for fun. Not whatever you're flowing right now. That's not why you're doing it. You're doing this for fun. And that'll often snap me out of it. That reminder, that thought helps me engage it with a better vibration in it. It just allows me to better reconnect with the fun version of it. Because there's two versions of all. Well, there's more than two versions. There's a wide variety of versions of all of it. Again, it's not the thing. It's how I feel about the thing. And that's always dictated by the story I'm telling about it. So I remind myself, I watch the neighbor's chickens for fun. I read books for book club for fun. I'm the one picking the books. I do yoga for fun, or at least for the feel good that my body gets from it. I'm in this relationship for fun, for love, for connection and enjoyment and appreciation, not for anything else. I play these puzzles and these games online for fun, not to get it done, not to say that I did, not because I'm judging myself or anyone cares or is counting. I'm doing it for fun. I go to the salon for self-care, not as a chore. I pay bills for peace of mind, not for stress. I shop for groceries for maximum food joy, not because I'm obligated to shop. I plant trees in the yard for love and appreciation, not because it's required. This kind of reminds me how it felt kind of wrong, but also kind of funny. When I asked Chad what he was doing one day, he said, I'm getting ready to do my morning chores, which made me laugh out loud to think of them that way, like chores. I mean, he was going to feed the ferals and open the chicken door over at the neighbor's house and take out the garbage. So I guess, okay, technically, I guess chores, but they're the things that we do every day to make life work. I wasn't thinking of them as chores. Chores are what you do when you're a kid with an allowance. Well, I guess we could think about it however we like. It did make me laugh to think of them as chores. But really what they are, for me, these are the side effects. Or the support structure. These are the privileges of a dream come true life. To get to feed the horses in the morning? Oh, come on. Someone's living a dream come true. To give bunnies their bedtime treats? Or to make sure kittens have food as I put them to bed every night. To check client emails. Oh my gosh, all of it. It's a privilege. They're all signs that I have done something very right with my life. Cleaning the water dish for the raccoons that I hope will visit again tonight. Oh, or making sure the blinds are all open so I can see the mountains when I wake up first thing in the morning. Oh, these are not chores. Or if they're chores, I got to redefine what chore means to me. All right, this episode isn't about transforming chores. Although, you know what, maybe this is a good time to include, a little law of attraction hack. I really like this one that can be helpful for shifting the vibration on something that might otherwise feel like a have to or an obligation or something like a should. And that's just to change the word have to with get to, or even just going to. Even that is a vibrational improvement. Like instead of I have to check emails before bed, or I have to do yoga before I get dressed, or I have to make sure the chicken door's closed. Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, it's worth asking, do you really have to? Do you? Because we always have a choice. And pretending otherwise does not serve our sense of freedom or liberty. Okay, but even if the answer is yes, like you really have to, use a different word. Use I'm going to, or I get to. Because when we think of it as, I get to check emails before bed. Oh, I get to check in with my people before I call it a night. I have people. They want to hear from me. Come on, how fabulous is that? Or I get to tuck in chickens properly before this day is done. Or I get to make sure that the trail cam has a battery so we can see pictures of the raccoon antics in the morning. This is helpful because words matter. They have vibrations. And you don't want to reinforce the vibration of feeling compelled or being a victim of life circumstances. So I'm just saying, nice little hack. Be deliberate about how you use the words have to, if you use them at all. Swapping it out with get to or even going to. Big vibrational improvement. Okay, what I really wanted this episode to be about wasn't transforming the vibration of what we think we have to do. It's really about not spoiling our joy for the fun stuff in the first place. Just remember, you picked this for the fun of it, for the joy of it, so let it be fun. Don't let habits of work or struggle or compromise or not enough spoil the good time in store when we orient towards what we want. And if we didn't pick it for the fun factor, or the relief factor, or the preference factor, or the good time factor, or whatever feels better, then it deserves a rethink. So let's stop spoiling our good time with thoughts and stories that contradict it. The next time your thing, whatever you're doing, feels like a chore or an obligation or something you got to get through, whether it's an exercise or a relationship or a business or a hobby or a meetup or a salon visit or a course or a car wash, whatever you find yourself doing that feels like not your idea of a good time, just remember why you're doing it. If it isn't to feel better or to have fun or because this is what you prefer or for some sort of relief, then it's worth doing something else. And if you're not willing to do something else because you think you can't for whatever reason, then find a way to do this with a different story about it. Because I, for one, am remembering that this was my idea of a good time. Having Charlie over, making friends with a neighbor, bringing chickens and bunnies and horses and kittens and a boyfriend and a business into my life. All that was for the fun and the joy of it. And I remind myself that anything I'm not enjoying is not helping. It's like paddling upstream when everything I want is downstream. And I don't even have to paddle to get there. The stream will take me. So all I got to do is stop fighting, stop complaining, stop speaking like this is something that I didn't pick for fun, and just let it be fun again. And yes, if the thing changes and it's not my idea of a good time anymore, I'll make a new choice. I'll go wherever it's easiest to feel good because I know that wherever it feels best, that's inner guidance saying this way do dreams come true. But I'm not going to let my habit of unhelpful thinking ruin what was otherwise a fabulous time. So you're invited to join me for anyone who can relate to any of this. It's worth just noticing how we are creating our experience of something based on the stories we're telling about it. All right, I hope you got some inspiration from this. Thanks for listening, everyone, and happy manifesting.